All right, hey everyone, welcome back. Ready to dive in deep again.
Always ready. Let's do it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of funny how we react to things. Like when things go well, we think one way, and when things go wrong, we think another way.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
But what if those little reactions, like the way we're thinking about those successes and failures, actually affects, our spirituality,
That's deep.
right? So let's get into it. Today, we're going to be exploring the power of perspective. Specifically, how our perspective on our actions, both the good and the bad, can influence our relationship with the divine
And this is something, that we all experience every single day.
every day, every single
But
day.
we rarely stop to think about it, right?
Exactly. We're so busy just, going through the motions. But that's what we're here for today, to pause and really reflect.
And to hopefully come away with some new insights that can help us on our journeys.
Okay, so let's jump right in. Let's start with those moments when, you feel like you've really done something good. You've helped someone out, achieved a goal, you're feeling great. What's that initial, gut reaction? What's that first thought that pops into your head?
Yeah, I mean, oftentimes there are two common ways we tend to react. The
Mm,
first is to attribute that success to, well, to something bigger than ourselves, recognizing that, we didn't do it all alone. There was some sort of help or support along the way.
Oh, that's interesting. So it's not about, taking away from your own efforts or anything.
No, not at all. It's more about acknowledging that there's a kind of synergy at play.
Synergy, I like that.
Yeah, that our actions are connected to something larger, something more powerful.
It's like a dancer thanking their partner after a flawless performance. Right?
Exactly. It's recognizing that beautiful connection.
That makes sense. So what's the other way people react?
Well, the other way is to kind of take full credit, that I did it all myself mentality.
Look at me, I'm awesome.
Haha. Yeah, basically. And while, it's great to be proud of your accomplishments, focusing solely on your own effort can sometimes lead to a sense of ego.
Ego, right. And
Yeah.
that can create a feeling of separation, from that larger force you were talking about.
Yeah, exactly.
Huh. So thinking about those moments of success, those times when you've really achieved something good, which of those reactions feels more, I don't know, more genuine to you? Does acknowledging a helping hand resonate more than taking all the credit?
It's a powerful question to sit with, isn't it? Because it forces us to examine our own internal dialogue.
It really does.
Okay, so now let's flip the script. Let's talk about those times when we mess up, when we make mistakes. It happens to all of us, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So imagine you made a mistake, you've stumbled, you've fallen short. What's your immediate gut reaction?
Oof, that's a tough one. I think sometimes I spiral, I get stuck in that self-blame cycle.
Yeah, that's really common. Or sometimes we react with frustration, with anger. We might even say, why is this happening to me?
Oh, I've definitely been there, blaming everything and everyone else.
Mhm.
It's almost like, it's like we're trying to avoid taking responsibility.
Exactly. And that's where it gets tricky, because that kind of reaction, that blaming of the divine or blaming fate or whatever it might be, can actually create a barrier between us and, well, between us and the divine.
It's like pushing away instead of leaning in.
Yes, it's like we're saying, this isn't my fault, I'm not responsible, and that, that can lead to resentment.
Resentment, that's a heavy word.
It is, and it's a heavy feeling to carry.
So what's a healthier way to approach those moments when we've messed up?
A more constructive approach, and this might sound simple, but it's incredibly powerful, is to simply acknowledge the mistake, to say, hey, I made a mistake, I own up to it, and then to sincerely ask for forgiveness.
That takes a lot of humility, doesn't it?
It does, but it also opens the door for growth. It shows a willingness to learn from our mistakes and to move forward in a more positive direction.
And how does that affect, our relationship with the divine?
When we approach our mistakes with humility, when we own up to them, it allows for divine mercy to enter the picture. It opens up a space for guidance and support.
So it's like one reaction, the blaming and the resentment, it kind of pushes away that divine support.
Yes, exactly. It creates a wall.
And the other reaction, the humility and the seeking of forgiveness, it creates an opening.
It's an invitation for healing and growth.
Wow, this is really making me think.
Me too.
So to kind of bring it all together, what's the main takeaway here?
The takeaway is that our perspective is incredibly powerful. The way we frame our experiences, whether they're positive or negative, has a profound impact on our spiritual journey.
It all comes back to that internal dialogue, right? Those thoughts and reactions that we often don't even realize we're having.
Precisely. And being mindful of those reactions can make all the difference.
So as you go about your day, as you experience those highs and lows, those triumphs and setbacks, pay attention to that inner voice. How are you framing those experiences? Are you approaching them with gratitude and humility? Or are you letting ego and blame take over?
Because ultimately, how we choose to think, how we choose to react, shapes not only our relationship with ourselves, but also our relationship with the divine.
That's powerful stuff. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And to everyone listening, thank you for joining us on this deep dive. Keep those questions coming, keep those conversations going, and we'll see you next time.